Hello and welcome. As you see here, we have shipper box with some nice corners there, a little plastic protection. We're going to be looking at the PureArts and CD Projekt combined effort to release this 1/6 scale of their video game Cyberpunk 2077. This is a 1/6 scale figure of the female V right here. This also does have to include the male version of V, and then also their sport bike that's you see in the game. I've had this set for a little bit. Finally getting around to this video, and you can see it's very packed very well. You see the 3 boxes, very nice looking packaging. This is actually a great looking set. They do sell these separately, so you can get the V character separately if you want the figure, or the male version. The sport bike only comes in this bundle set, or it comes with, you buy the V male version, it comes with the sport bike, or the female version comes with the sport bike as a set. So can't get the sport bike by itself. And as I point that out, that is actually a bonus accessory. It comes with this set only, the Militech Spider Bot. You can see the Night City, nice little, real kind of going with the theme, the graphics of the video game. Been enjoying the video game for sure. Been started playing it since the next gen version came out with all the updates and bug fixes and all that good stuff. So really enjoying the game on the PS5 right now. We'll look at the stand itself, and you can see it's really detailed, nice and detailed there with the color scheme of the Cyberpunk world. It does have the Cyberpunk logo with the nice little chrome plate in the front with the Cyberpunk logo in the bottom engraved, I guess, or embossed in there. And then it's got this plastic little, you can take that plastic off to reveal the nice shiny little chrome logo plate on that stand. So it does include the instruction sheet here. And it also does have some lighted features, so it's nice that they include actually the little button cell batteries, and they're actually individually wrapped in different, encased in little different bags, which is a real nice touch that PureArts did. So let's take this off and take a quick look at the instruction sheet and see what it all involves. It shouldn't be too much, but yeah, I do like how they packaged all these in separate little bags there. And these batteries usually don't come often in a lot of figures. The last set I had from another figure set didn't include the batteries. It does have lighted feature, and you can see the foot, the high top shoes do light up, which is pretty cool. It also does have the collar, the blue collar on the jacket also lights up too as well. And we'll do cut, save some time. We did take a little bit of effort to put that in there, but once we get that, it'll be a nice little display. And then let's take a look at as you can see, a screenshot here from the game itself. That is the Militech Spider Bot. And looking at the detail, wow. It's definitely some good detail to it. I mean, it's all black. It's got you can see the different little labels on there nicely set. But what's really kind of sets this little accessory apart, that it's fully articulated. So each of those little things move, which is amazing that PureArts did that in this particular accessory. So yeah, everything moves. So very articulated. You can definitely pose this little guy anywhere you want, any kind of little pose you want to do. So very posable for sure, and definitely like how they did that. Man, look at that. Everything pretty much moves in there. Fantastic job for sure that PureArts did that. So very cool little accessory bonus item, I guess, for this particular bundle set. So let's take a look at the hand poses. Just like a lot of the other 1/6 scale figures, they do include the hands. It's got a fist hand here. And the next little hand here is one of the hands that looks like it holds one of the guns. Nice little detail there. Not much. And then take a look at the other one. I think it's a trigger hand that actually holds one of the other guns as well. So one of the right hands, I think not this one, but actually I think maybe that one actually holds one of the other guns we'll look at here in the pistols. And even got the little detail, even their cyberware, they're made up, so it's kind of nice little detail. You see the black, all the detail in there, even the lines and little engravings, a little texture, I guess we could say in that piece. But yeah, very nicely detailed hand poses. Then again, the fist with the exposed little robotic metal cyber underneath the skin. Very nice. Now let's take a look at one of the pistols, and this is actually common for both figures. This is I think this is the Militech M10AF Lexington. It's called in game, so you can use that. This is another pistol in game you can use, and the detail on this is pretty fantastic. You can see the paint app is really well done. Looks like near the The barrel's got some kind of little writing on it. Yeah, and I think the magazine doesn't come out, but other than that, like I said, the detail on this in the paint app is really well done. Now let's take a look at the other gun that includes a big one. This is actually what they call the Constitutional Arms M2067 Defender. So this is another gun in the game. Again, this is very detailed. Look at all the little writing on it, all the little labels, the paint apps, and you can see there the bullets in there. Yeah, fantastic looking piece there. Very nice. Yeah, and it's got, like I said, it's all plastic, fairly. I was gonna say got a little weight to it, but yeah, just I mean, golly, look at all the detail, and some of the parts actually move, and I'll kind of show that here in a second. Yeah, there's a little pistol grip there. Yeah, really unique looking gun. So that's another heavyweight weapon, the Defender, in the game that you can actually use. The other little arm leg goes down as well. So very cool. Yeah, nice little detail there. You can actually pose that if you want to kind of display it on static display without your figure V holding it as all. And then the gun stock right here actually goes in and out. Nice little detail there. Yeah, really nice looking piece for sure. And I love the little bullets in there as well. They're painted. You can see that. Just man, this one right here, this doesn't. You can see it feels like it wants to move, but it doesn't. So yeah, just the only thing is, it's the barrel. There's no hole in the front, which is kind of interesting. They did that, but I'm not sure why they did that. Why I didn't completely. Yeah, look at the bullets. Yeah, that's really nice, really cool detail there. Yeah, not sure why they didn't make that open, and maybe I don't know if it's just the way they mold it, but who knows. But either or, very nice looking gun, very nice little piece there, accessory. And then let's look at the Mantis Blade. Very cool, another option. Kind of neat that they included this as well. You can see it's articulated, so it does do some movement. You can definitely pose it, and all the paint, a little blood coming out on the skin there. Yeah, I mean, look at the detail on this little piece here. It's just really well done as well. Like everything else, just trying to see what else moves. But yeah, love this piece. It's very, very nicely done. So I'll display it near the end of this video. I'll show both figures with a sport bike, everything posed together, and I'll actually put these on the figures as well. Kind of show you what it looks like on the figure. Yeah, and then there's a little arm piece that goes into the arm for the Mantis Blade. You pop that off and put it in, and remove the other forearm. But let's take a look at the figure itself. Now look at the high tops. There is lighted functions in there, as we noted earlier. There is a little on and off switch for the lights. Yeah, the detail on this is very nicely done as well. Got molded laces, even the bottoms, the foots, the shoe soles are very nicely detailed with a little pattern or tread pattern. And let's take off this plastic protective cover for the head sculpt, and you can see the head very nicely done as well. And we'll just pull these little plastic protectors off the sleeves of this jacket. The arms in this is actually kind of tough to get out, and yep, there goes you can see definitely the little hands are easily can come off, which is nice for adding the other posable hands. And looking at the articulation of the neck, pretty just like any other normal 1/6 scale figure. It doesn't have a little neck on the little neck post on there, and you can actually move the head around. Yeah, I'm just looking at the detail. I'm looking at the jacket. Yeah, I got the samurai in the back, the logo, very nicely done. Yeah, the tailor and everything on this figure, just looking at everything, the stitching and all that is well done. So very impressed with what PureArts has done with this figure. Looking at the lining is nicely done as well. Looking at the hands. Yeah, even the default hands are pretty nice and stuff. So, yeah, look at the detail. Just the stitch and all the little detail on this jacket is just real well done as well. Then it's like I said, even look like a little QR code right there So you can try to scan it and see where it actually goes to. So that's pretty neat little detail as well. Let's put the batteries and see if we can get this light up and show what it looks like. So we'll put the little 3 little button cell batteries in there. So it's pretty easy to remove that. So I had the, it's like they had the switch to the on position already from the factory. So yeah, you can see the light goes on. Very, very nice. And slip it right back on. Look at that, just snaps right in. Very easy to replace the batteries. And let's turn this one on. We already have the batteries ready. Put the batteries in that one. Yeah, very cool. That is a really neat little effect there. And then there's the little, where you put the other button cell batteries for the collar to light up as well. And I love that little hidden switch for the collar. Look at that, just on and off. Everything, you wouldn't even know where the switch is. Very cool. Very nice job on PureArts for doing that. Let's take a quick look at the head sculpt and look at the detail in there close up. You can see the hair, all the fine details, and even the beard and little. You can see his little earrings in there. You know, the sculpt lines on his face. Even the skin tone. I mean, yeah, just a really good looking figure. And now let's take a look at the female V. If you decide to play that option, which I am playing the female V version in my first playthrough of Cyberpunk 2077. So we'll just take this right off. We won't go over the box. We've already seen very similar to the male V. So the first thing we see here is the stand instructions, and she does not have a Spider Bot. That was pretty much exclusive for that came with the male version of V. So let's see, we can pop this bottom tray cover off. And again, instruction sheet. And she only has one light up function, which is in the collar of the jacket, and it does include one battery. And before we look at that, it's a nice little, like most figures, 1/6 scale figures do include spare little hand pegs, which is very nice because those can easily break off. We'll try it while changing the hands, and the display stand is very similar to the male version of the V, so no difference there. We'll take the other piece off there, and we'll put that together really fast. And now let's take a look at the instruction sheet and see what's different. And there is, that gun actually is, I think it's the Kang Tao G58 Dian, or DIAN. That is another gun in the game you can play. It looks like the magazine comes off. She does have 2 different arms. Well, strong arms, they call it, I guess. So that's... And then looking at her posable hands, her fist, does look like she has nail polish, which is nice. And in the game, you can actually customize your V. You can change the color of their nail polish. At least the female, the nail polish. And it's kind of nice that they include the default like black nail polish. So it's a nice little difference. And again, there's another hand pose. And that actually probably will hold the M10AF Lexington pistol. There's another hand with the exposed the cyber wear on there. So yeah, even the detail on that. Paint app is very clean. So just a fantastic looking figure. Everything on here so far is definitely well done. Everything from the paint application to the detail. So you can definitely tell, like I said, PureArts did very well. And they're saying this is presented by PureArts and CD Projekt Red, the studio behind Cyberpunk 2077. I'm sure they supervised all the detail. Like I said, they got everything down to exactly the in-game models, what they did. Just like, again, with this Lexington pistol, the detail on this is fantastic. Very, very, very good looking gun accessory. And this is the other gun. This is unique for the female V, which anybody can use the gun in the game. But this is the Kang Tao G58 DN, and like I said, it does have a removable piece there in the back stock, and which is interesting. This is actually you cannot remove it, even though in the instruction sheet it shows it removes. So I don't know if they last minute decided to glue it in, or I got one that doesn't come out. So it's kind of interesting that doesn't remove, but not a big thing for me. It's not a big thing, not a deal breaker. And here's one of the strong arms, very nicely detailed. Definitely can see the hands a little different, kind of expose more the cybernetic skeleton, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, look at the details. You can see almost like the red in there. It could be like the tendons, you know, in your muscles with all the electronics, whatever the makeup of the hand. So yeah, that's another. It's like it's actually almost like it's the different pieces are coming out, and you can see the detail inside. And yeah, another wonderful accessory here that's very nicely detailed and pretty much yeah, it looks like a piece of manufactured little excess plastic, which you can just snip that right off. Not a big deal. And again, articulated and yeah. So I'll put those on when I pose the figures and put them all together and show them what it looks like with those optional accessories. But looking at see if actually if it's rubber, but yeah, you can see just looking at the red, the tendons in there, I guess, the detail, the paint. Yeah, so look at that. Very clean paint application. Very nicely done. Wow. Very impressed. And now let's take out V herself. Let's take a look at the figure closely. Pull her up, and she looks good looking figure overall. First thing I notice is her leather sport bike pants, what do you want to call them? She's got the sport bike, looks like boots. We'll take off this plastic off her head here. Yeah, so she's got those black platforms like motorcycle shoes. Everything's made of leather. So yeah, the detail in this figure looks fantastic. Great looking female V. So yeah, she's the default look. You change up your custom in-game. You can see I'm just looking at the hair, the color. Yeah, just the articulation on there. Looking at the jacket again, the detail is very nicely done overall. And yeah, I'm looking at let's look at the body here. And most of the body is hard plastic, but looking at her torso area right here, it's it's really soft rubber. So I don't know if it's a soft rubber over a hard plastic torso, but yeah, all that area right in there is just pretty much it's almost like a soft, I don't want to say vinyl, but maybe a vinyl or almost, I want to say silicone, but it's definitely it's soft. It's like a, yeah, let's look at the boots. These motorcycle platform shoes are really great looking boots. Very nice. I mean, even the bottom, even the soles, or you can get little detail. Even the articulation with this leather pants is still very good. Yeah, very nice range of motion there, even with those tight looking leather pants she's wearing. So yeah, even someone's like a double jointed knee. We kind of get let's see if we can make sure we can kind of get her posed right here as well. Yeah, get her pose there, and yeah, very nice. And the jacket feels really good too as well. Almost feel like a real leather jacket, but I'm sure it's almost like a pleather, I'm assuming. But yeah, look at the detail again. Close look at her earrings there. Look at the hair. It's like it's definitely a 2-piece, maybe 3-piece that kind of glued it together. But overall, like I said, the sculpt on this, dang, that's a very nice looking head sculpt for sure. And you can see the expression in her eyes, are almost like a dead stare, but definitely got some nice little paint apps in her eyes, her pupils, and got that little lip ring there, a little detail there, very nicely done. Yeah, very good. Let's look at the detail of the jacket as well. You can see almost like the lettering almost embossed on there somehow, little patches, the little keychain ring there, little carabiner, and even the collar lights up as well. Again, love that hidden switch. Now look at the sport bike. Here's some captures that I took in game of my V character. Similar packaging as the figures, complements, same plastic oversleeve with printed artwork on it. Very clean, very classy looking, very cyberpunk themed style, minimalistic, I guess, packaging. Very, very, very nicely done. Again, the cyberpunk logo on the side, very clean and very nice, good looking box there for sure. And look at the bottom. Now let's remove this sport bikes. So this actually, this sculpted motorcycle does composed of some different materials. It does have some die-cast parts in it. So not only with plastic, but it does have some die-cast parts and also believe it also has some rubber with the wheels. But yeah, it's definitely got some good weight to it. It's a very solid, very good looking bike. I mean, definitely the detail, yeah, you can definitely tell they capture the detail exactly what in game the bike that V rides. And that's you don't get it at the beginning of the game. You gotta pretty much later on, you gotta earn the money to buy this bike, I guess, in game. But yeah, look at the detail in this thing. This bike definitely reminds me of the Cura bike, which I do have in my collection. And that little pill right there kind of reminds me of that. It's got some little weathering, and you look at the wheels. It's like, yeah, even the wheels, like I said, rubber. It's got little specks, like little weather in there. Just kind of see little splatters here, real subtle. Yeah, definitely you can kind of see the specks there, and hard plastic seat. Yeah, I mean the detail. Look at this thing, clean, very nicely done. Little spinning wheels in the back, you can see, and definitely got some areas with looks like it kind of scraped up some of the silver, I guess the paint in the back of the fender there. But yeah, this bike is just super cool. Yeah, love that. Yeah, like I said, there's some parts that are die-cast metal. Like I said, with the latest update would be really cool. It was kind of later they added where those rims light up different colors as an option in the game. They did that later with the next gen update with all the different patches. But when this came out, that was not a feature originally. So we'll take off the battery cover. It does take AAA batteries, so it takes 2. You can see the little Cyberpunk logo engraved, embossed in the bottom there. And then that is the button. That is lit. It's got light features on it, and we'll put the batteries in here. Very cool how they disguise the buttons in this set, even with the figures. Tail light does light up. Really cool. Display there actually lights up, which is pretty cool. And then the front headlights do as well. And here we're gonna look at some of the poses. I'll show you some of the accessories on them. Kind of show them posed up with the bike, what it looks like. Yeah, there she's with her strong arms, with the jacket off. Very cool. I mean, it's so very nice set overall. I mean, I'm just so super pleased with what PureArts has done with this set in conjunction with CD Projekt Red, the studio behind Cyberpunk 2077. Yeah, overall, very pleased with this set. And if it's still available, if you love Cyberpunk 2077, enjoy the game, you want to pick up a nice figure and even a sports bike, would definitely highly recommend it. So, as always, thank you for watching. Please hit that subscribe button for future videos. Hit the like button if you like it. You can hit the dislike if you don't. And don't forget to hit the notification bell for future videos. Until the next one, take care.